This is Tuesday, the beginning of us flying down to Virginia. And here is everyone.
Hello. And Jacob's a happy camper.
Jacob's a happy camper, except he lost his life.
And Chelsea is
not a happy camper. She got her braces tightened this morning.
And Mimi.
Hi.
Mimi won't come with us. She doesn't feel like she can ride a bike.
Mimi's waiting for us to leave so she can party.
Yeah, the critters and I are going to have a party.
So we think we're packed. We probably are forgetting something, but that's the way it goes. We have a long day ahead of us. We won't get to Virginia until 11:50 tonight. Ooh. So I'm sure we'll all be pleasant. Don't get to eat airport food all day.
No, we're gonna take.
They won't let you pass security with that.
Let's zoom in on it.
And Steve's gonna go to jail today because he's gonna try to sneak stuff past security. So it'll probably just be the three of us. Go emotional.
Here is Alex.
Go emo.
Alex is emotional.
She's not very happy,
Oh.
but
I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry.
Does she have some noses?
but she's gonna try to stay alive.
And everybody's gonna be reading your blog.
Really?
So you better do a good job.
Will I be famous?
You'll be famous.
Will I be famous?
Casey said, I don't know what the heck's going on.
I get to go to Hollywood. Or Doggywood.
And this is what we're taking on our trip. And here's the other stuff that will be packed on to our 2 tandems. So Chelsea, where are we? What's going on?
We are in Minnesota on our 4-hour layover. We're getting ready for our Richmond, Virginia flight, and we are now eating here at this very nice restaurant, but Steve doesn't like how the tables are placed, of course.
My nose is running.
Yes, that's a motel door. Just started our trip and we're already sleeping in motels. Oh, look at these happy travelers. Oh, 2 for 2. Oh. And me. We're in Richmond, Virginia. Just got off the flight.
We made it.
Made it here.
It was a long trip, though.
So you know who's coming to pick us up tomorrow morning?
Steve's aunt and uncle.
Uncle Tom. Just Uncle Tom. It's my dad's brother. Then we're going to go to their house and just outside King George and build the bikes and hang out and eat all the food that my aunt prepared.
Even the octopus.
Even the octopus.
Should we make calamari?
No, just octopus.
What's that?
Well,
It's an
calamari
8-legged
is fried
sea
squid.
creature.
It's just fried octopus. It's not.
I think it's
fried?
raw.
Okay, we just got back from our 55-mile ride.
Thought it was a nice warm-up. Kind of wish we'd done the 100-mile route.
Oh,
Just kidding, we had Steve's Uncle Tom drive us a long ways, and I really loved it.
How did it start out? Where did we go?
We started out going back and forth
Not that
the roads.
So we started out at Steve's aunt and uncle's house, and we rode about 10 miles to the bridge over the Potomac
The nice
River.
bridge.
And then Steve's uncle was kind enough to take us in the truck over the bridge because we couldn't ride the bike over the bridge. And then we pretty much rode the rest of the way. So total.
We started in La Plata to DC with a few detours. Not a single one of the planned routes that we had a map for worked out. So we ended
So,
up,
what happened?
And right now we're in Maryland.
No,
No,
we're in
DC.
Washington, D.C.
we found our way though.
And we're right off Pennsylvania Avenue, and we're gonna go check out some stuff this evening. We're probably gonna eat like pigs this evening. And then we're gonna check out some sights and sightsee all day tomorrow, and then we'll the next segment of our journey.
Bright and early, B&E on Saturday morning,
Absolutely.
because we know we have a long day ahead of us.
And we rode in the
But we'll talk to you
heat.
again before we take off Saturday.
So I have one question. What did it? Tell me emotionally what you guys were feeling, each of you.
Excitement.
Nasty. I feel like I need a shower.
I feel the same as my mother, and I'm tired.
Actually, I think I need 2 showers.
I need a
One's
If she's
for
taking
work.
2, then I'm not going to take any.
I need a feast to eat tonight.
Yes, we get to eat massive amount of calories.
And come with me, and I'll show you our room.
Okay.
We have the big, lovely room in here. We have a closet.
Yeah, when they saw all of our bike stuff, they gave us a humongous room so we could house all of our biking gear.
Now we're not finished. We have a nice bathroom in here, black and white. Beautiful. And then our last segment of our room consists of more beds and a different window with another TV.
Sounds like you guys got yourself a nice setup.
We do have ourselves a nice setup here. Here's Max Obama, and he is talking to me about the oil changes in our world, and he says that he thinks someday our world will be destroyed from all of the oil and expenses and everything.
What do you think about the oil prices? What's gonna happen?
I think the oil prices are very high, and we're gonna run out someday.
So what do you have to say about that, Mr. McCain?
And there you have it.
Start it over! Start it over, please! Start it over!
And we're here in front of the United States Environmental Protection Agency, and and we were wondering, how many barrels of oil does the United States consume per year?
Well, the United States consumes a total of 7.5 billion barrels of oil.
And there you have it.
Your environment, and 20 years from now, it's going to be drastically different. This is meaningful to you. This shouldn't get off the table.
Hold on.
Action.
We're over here in front of the United States Environmental Protection Agency, and I am being asked questions.
Okay. How dependent is the U.S. on foreign oil?
Well, in 2007, about 58% of the petroleum consumed in the USA was imported from foreign countries.
You think we should drill all our oil here on U.S. land?
I think we should drill no oil and we should be dependent on bicycles and foot.
Well, that seems like a drastic change from what we're doing now. If you look in front of us, you will see that there are tons of cars coming through this intersection
And our
every
world
day.
does not have enough oil to keep all these cars running. Thank you.
And
Okay.
We're here at the World War II Memorial, and I'm standing under my new home state, Utah. Thank you. Live in Town Square. Here we are at Ollie's Burgers, and we're getting burgers.
And
No, we're
shakes.
getting crab cake
Well, yeah.
and shakes.
BLT.
We just walked, we did part 2 of our walking tour of DC and saw the
Lincoln Memorial.
World War II Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, the
Washington
Vietnam Memorial,
The reflection-
Washington Monument,
The reflecting
pool.
Reflecting pool.
We didn't get to interview any senators about global warming, but we did go in
We
front
did
of
go to McCain.
the Environmental Protection Agency and talked about the environment a little bit there.
It was pretty fun.
Jacob,
Except
stop making silly faces. So now we're waiting to see how all the burgers are. We're right in the Hotel Harrington, or underneath it. So we're gonna stagger back there, do a load of laundry, get to bed, get a good night's sleep, wake up early tomorrow morning, and ride for 100 miles? No,
60.
60 miles.
60. And we can also prove we went to Lincoln Memorial.
Is that it?
Very good. See you later.
Okay. So, what are we doing?
We just rode down, I think, my favorite road so far. It was Brookville Road. We're just now getting into Brookville. Farmland, rolling along the river, trees over the road the whole time. There were a few cars, but Brookville Road so far is my number one choice. We're heading up here into Brookville. It's about noon. I don't know, I don't think we want to eat lunch yet. We're gonna try and get a few more miles under our belt. But everything's going great today.
What do you think, Chelsea? We're
Today is a great day, although my butt is sore. But besides that, it's been a really good day.
okay. Jacob, we're 39 miles into our second day. What do you think?
I think the road's gonna win. I think. Yeah.
I
have
think
nothing
Jacob's
else to
doing
say.
awesome. He's been pushing hard.
Do anybody's feet hurt as much as they did at the end of yesterday?
No.
My feet don't hurt at all.
Oh,
I'm just thinking about that.
It's my
My feet.
Although, the one bad thing
it's my
about
front
this day
sitting bones
is
they
that
hurt.
we had to get up early.
but aren't you glad we got up early instead of riding in the heat of the day?
Yes, it was nice and cool. It's just I'm tired.
Because we'll be done in about 2.5 hours. We're done for the day.
Oh God.
And we were just checking out Newlands Mill over there.
This is some idyllic northeastern
Going downhill.
farmland.
Going downhill. on
Yeah,
that
the
way.
downhill and
Here
the.
we go,
just
looking
knew
at
it was-
Newlands Mill.
Partly because it was downhill, but it was just.
And here's all the stuff we've been riding through, forest. And here's our riding crew. Woo! Riding crew! Woo! And that's all for today.
Too bad we didn't get that on camera.
Oh, but we got you laughing. That's got to be a good sign. Our second full day, we rode, spent a day in Washington, D.C. Just to recap.
Isn't this our third full day?
Well, I'm barely counting our first day, where we rode into D.C.
Totally count that.
Okay. So our third full day, but yesterday we did a big 72 miles. Today we're about 20 miles into a 50-mile ride. Man, we'll have to tell you sometime. Maybe tonight, if we make it home after we cool off a little bit, we'll recap last night's adventure, for lack of a better term. But people are laughing still. This has been hilly out here. I'll give you a quick pan around. We're still in Maryland. We're up at the top of what looks like one of the highest ridges around. It's not mountainous here, but man, it's hilly. We're heading this way now, down Corbett Road. Our bikes haven't gotten any lighter.
No, we're going down Carroll Road.
Carroll Road is what I said.
We've met a lot of cyclists out on the
Everybody's out. This is Sunday.
Well,
A lot
actually,
of friendly people.
our bike's lighter because we don't have any more water.
That's true, yeah.
We've
And-
lightened our bikes.
Chelsea's been eating the pills.
Yeah. We are. We're slowly
And Jacob's been smacking off
dropping
his
weight.
food.
I had a thought. I hope you read at some point, but if you want, we could mail your library book back to the Davis County Library. I might mail mine back to Mimi. Okay. Say bye-bye, Chelsea. Bye-bye, Chelsea.
I got the perfect spin.
The Susquehanna River. We pulled into Otter Creek Campground last night. Probably can't see it on film, but there's all these ridges just coming out into the river. We've ridden up and down and up and down and up and down. And finally down Pleasant Hill Road, or onto Fishing Creek Road, onto a pretty nice looking beach right on the Susquehanna River. Probably have a few more hills to do, but we're heading that way.
It's not open.
Oh no. What do you think about today's ride so far? Easy cheesy?
It's hard without the long hills, but after you get over the hills, it's pretty easy. And it's fun too. And we got to stop at the
Susquehanna. So what did you think about today's ride so far?
I think that those hills could get a little nicer.
A little not so hilly? What did you think about the ride into Otter Creek last night?
Hilly until the very end. Then it got very downhill.
This is quite a river. Oops.
So Steve, what do you think about our ride so far?
It's been tough. It's not a fun way to wake up in the morning.
Nope.
Okay, but let's review yesterday. So yesterday, it was very hilly, but we did have a really good lunch. And then last night, we're just starting to get settled down for bed, and it starts storming, lightning, rain.
Big rain.
And
No flies on our tents.
Yeah. Chelsea and I, we salvaged our tent okay. We slept okay. But the boys, their tent was full of water.
Nothing like going to sleep soaking wet.
But they seem to be okay.
We're making the best of it, man. These guys are hanging in there. This looks like a pretty clean river, huh? Looks nice. No pollution, at least here. We've seen a few Amish trailers. Yesterday was Sunday. They were probably coming home from church. We saw several.
Oh, that was awesome.
We saw a gentleman this morning with his horses pulling his... What was he pulling? It wasn't a plow. Did you see what he was pulling?
He was pulling some tanks,
But a trailer with some water tanks. He waved to us.
but he had cars.
There were cars on his land? I'm not sure how that works, but he wasn't using them, huh?
And this is Marv and Jacob and Steve, and Marv is the Warm Showers host who's taken us on this tour. We've parked our bikes over here by the fence. Look at all that. What a mess.
Look at all that crap on there.
Oh, it's so pretty here. Homes.
This building over, not this one, the one over in there, was the sister's house. That's where the women lived. And there was a building just like that, which is no longer here, where the men lived in. At midnight, every night, they'd get up and have church service. They slept on wooden bunks, wooden benches, and they had wooden pillows, wooden blocks for a pillow.
Oh, that's not good.
It was really a very strict religious community.
And this was the Seventh-day Baptist.
Yes.
And they're not really related, though, to the Mennonites or the Amish.
No connections.
So this is a one-bedroom schoolhouse for the Mennonite kids in the neighborhood. And there are their outhouses. And this is still used today.
And on their outhouses, you can tell which one's the girls because it has a bonnet and the boys have a cowboy hat.
Get a closer look at that.
The bonnet,
Starting to break up now. Maybe there'll be nothing till they get here.
the hat.
We're in the back country outside Ephrata, and this is a covered bridge, also called a kissing bridge. And there's Steve and Chelsea coming through.
That's a Mennonite home.
They get to ride bicycles. The Amish ride bicycles.
And Mennonites can ride bicycles and they're more dependent on electricity, but Amish don't. Alright, we're over here on the other side of the church and they have a well that will give you water somehow.
Pump it faster.
Oh, you have to pump it pretty fast. And there you go, water.
Is it drinkable?
Some Mennonite in their carriage. Beautiful horse.
Oh, it's a young man. No, he's okay. Hello. Good day. Hey.
So we're in between North Wales and Bluebell, Pennsylvania, and Chelsea and Steve are coming across a bridge that was built in the 1700s. Here they are. Yay! And this is the Evans Mumbauer Mill, and it was built in the late 1700s. Did you get a good picture of it? You may have to back up.
Go get a picture of the sign, the bridge.
Okay, let's go get a picture of it.
And then if you turn around, we have a beautiful mill over here. And then if you look down below the bridge, there's a beautiful streaming river. So peaceful and calm. And there's one more thing you can tell about this bridge. You can really tell it's old because the sign down here is really torn up. Now, on the mill over there, it was built 1835. Let's go get a closer look.
Mumbauer. They're going to take us on a tour.
We're gonna go on a tour inside the mill, and just for your information, the mill is called Evans Mumbauer Mill. Now let's go on our tour.
But most of the time, for most of its operation, was a grist mill. So, oh, I don't care.
We're doing a documentary of our trip.
Oh,
for
sure.
The kids, and if you're okay with that.
No. My name is Barbara Franklin. I'm part of the Lusigan Watershed Association.
We're here at another mill. It looks nothing like the first one. It is really torn up. And I think they give tours, but the doors are closed and locked, and we don't really have time for one. We're here in downtown New Hope in Pennsylvania, and here is a train. Look at all that smoke.
The New Hope Ivyland train.
Thank you.
The New Hope Ivyland train. Choo-choo! And it's off! Woo! Here are Jacob and Steve making a fire.
Shh. Don't disturb them. This is the male species.
Yes, this is the male species. We don't want to upset them or interrupt them.
This is them in their natural habitat, creating destructive forces.
Like fire, taking that fire. Ooh.
Water bottle. We've been doing okay, stopping enough.
So we're here at Cycle Fanatic. Steve is doing a little maintenance work on the bikes. We're in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Here's lovely Chelsea putting on her sunscreen.
So that I don't get sunburned.
That's Jacob and my ride. Let's get a better look at this.
Ooh, and here's something. Look at these.
Those are Jacob's nappy gloves. He's having major hand pain. This is July 24th. This is our 7th day on the bike. We're coming up to 400 miles. And Jacob is having pain in various places on his body. Chelsea's having little pains here and there. Steve hasn't complained too much. This is Chelsea and Steve's ride. You can tell probably that they've got that they've got more of the weight than Jacob and I do. And that's so Jacob and I can make it up the hills a little faster, because you can see Steve's legs. We don't have those on our bike.
We don't have milk jugs.
Now here's Amy. Oh, lovely. Look at that pose.
So it's cooler today. Major Rama thunderstorm last night. It rained all night
I
long.
got wet.
Some of us didn't sleep very well. We all slept a little wetter than we would have liked to.
I got wet.
But I think the lightning stopped around midnight.
I got wet.
And the rain finally stopped about an hour ago.
And now the sky looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
I got wet.
Beautiful.
Jacob got wet.
And Jacob wants to say something.
I got wet.
Where's my weed?
So we couldn't do much footage yesterday because of all the rain. And so we
Our
didn't-
bikes have been rusting on the road.
Yeah.
Every bolt on the bike is,
Are you serious?
yeah, just rusting from the humidity.
It's
Where
so
the rain-
humid here. But at least it's cooler. Highest today in the low 80s.
Woo!
So
Rejoicing.
we're in New Jersey. We are on our way to Delaware Gap. Is that right?
Yep. Delaware
And
Water Gap, I think,
Delaware
technically.
Water Gap. So that'll put us around the 400 mark
have a
for
question.
miles.
Yes.
Turn that on.
So I just want to ask Chelsea a few questions about this cycling trip. What did you think when we told you we were really going to do this? We were really going to bike 700 to 800 miles along the northern Atlantic coast.
I disagreed the whole way, and I just thought you guys were crazy and insane. I thought you could do it by yourselves, and Jacob and me would stay back and have fun. But now that we're on it, I think it's pretty fun.
Do you think you'll ever do anything like this again?
Probably not. I think one's enough. But but as an adult, if I like it, maybe I'll do it again. But
Okay. So what's been your favorite part so far?
my favorite part has probably been at Steve's aunt and uncle's house. We got to swim and hang out. It was fun.
Did you eat something there you've never eaten before?
I ate blue crab. It's not really blue because they steam it and it's red. But still, it's very good.
Okay. And what do you hope that you get out of this?
I hope I learned that, I don't know, that we can be more self-efficient.
Okay, very good. So Jacob, so what did you think when we told you we were really going to do this?
No comment.
No, I want your comment. That's why I'm asking.
Oh my god.
That was it? Oh my God.
Oh my god, they're really serious.
And so, now what do you think? Has it been as bad as you thought it was going to be, or has it been better than you thought it would be, or is this what you expected?
Sorta. And, well, some parts have been fun. Getting on the bike and riding a lot of miles isn't very fun sometimes, but it's fun to get off.
So what's been your favorite part so far?
Going to Steve's aunt and uncle's.
Honey, I think we should have just vacationed with your Uncle Tom and
Yeah,
Aunt
it sounded
Bonnie.
like- although I still think a big part of this is appreciating those things. Is doing something that's so tough and it has so many hardships, like sleeping through the rain last night, just makes a comfortable bed feel that much better.
I really didn't I thought that those sleep number beds were gonna be a lot better.
They weren't, were they?
Oh, we're just
They were noisy and Jay kept messing with them all night.
So in case you don't know, we did stay at a Radisson 2 nights ago to sort of pamper ourselves. We thought we had earned it, and come to find out we didn't really sleep all that well, but it was storming that night, so it was nice that we were inside.
we do that every night it storms.
And the Radissons have sleep number beds, which we're really not a fan of.
And like they say it's supposed to make it softer or firmer. It stayed the same, but it was just noisy.
So Jacob, what do you hope to get out of this?
Stronger.
You want to get stronger?
Take, leave Peyton in the dust.
You want to have an awesome cyclocross season?
Yes. I want to be first in every race.
Russ in there, the owner of this shop, is a cyclocrosser, and there's a picture of him jumping the barriers. Some good pictures inside of him at a race that they put on.
Did he give us a good route?
No, we're not changing the route anymore.
So Steve, what do you hope we get out of this?
I want to get out of the Northeast alive. That's what I want to get out of it. No, I don't. Like I said, I hope everyone learns to appreciate things more. I know it makes me, appreciate a comfortable bed and appreciate not sleeping in the rain. I like sleeping in the rain, but after you sleep in the rain a little bit, you say, "Oh, feels so good to be comfortable."
Yeah, and poor Steve, his thermarest pad here, we'll zoom in on it, it's the orange one there on the left, has a hole in it. So
It's like 2
he
holes
has
in
had a deflated mattress this entire trip. Man,
The rocks are kind of comfortable though. They
he's
just
tough.
dig holes into my back, and
He's a stud.
then we're okay.
So yesterday we biked 53 miles and ended up in the Delaware River Gap, and they're kind of
At the
put
point
away.
of the gap, did you see the sign? It's kind of like point of the mountain. There's
And so we wound up staying in a motel room so we could let our sleeping bags and all dry out, since we biked about 2 hours in the rain yesterday, not to mention we slept in the rain last night.
for 8 hours.
And so now we're getting ready in the mornings. It's always very chaotic, and as you can see, the kids are still in the bed.
And we've exploded over the room.
And we have massive explosion here in the room. We have big bikes everywhere. So today we're planning to, I guess, start heading into the edge of the Appalachian
Yeah,
Mountains.
it's right along that. Looks like the Delaware Water Gap is.
And we are
Take us right up to Port
hopefully going to wind up in Godfrey, New York, which is about 52 miles away. I think we'll be camping. And we've kind of got our outline now, so it looks like we're going to finish riding in New Hampshire on Wednesday.
What?
Yeah. So, Jacob, how were you feeling yesterday when the ride ended?
Tired, hungry.
How are you feeling, Motor? Oh yeah.
Oh, now we have you on video being cool.
Oh yeah, we got him.
Okay, Jacob, how's your hiney this morning? Is it gonna make it?
It's cute little Fanny.
My iron skillet ass is not going so well.
Oh, we got to do some more pounding on it then. Forge it into cold hard iron.
So it looks like no rain today. Highs in the low 80s. Sunny, but very humid. But we're gonna hit New York today, so that's pretty cool.
New York. If we can make it there, we'll make it anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
So all through our trip, this is a road we just traveled up, we see wild berries growing everywhere. Here's some wild raspberries growing there.
That's alright, we can get
Don't those look good?
special thing that keeps the handlebars from home.
Yeah, you have to put it on every time you stop.
And look who's eating some. Whoops.
Nobody wants to share them with me though.
I'm
Steve's
not a very
eating
big fan of raspberries.
raspberries. Yum, yum. Whoops, did it again.
Juicy.
There's the road ahead.
More hills.
So are we in the Appalachian Mountains?
The Appalachian Mountains are around us.
I think they're up there.
Up there. There's the river is down there. Chelsea's right there.
I'm dying right here.
Jacob is dying right there. Okay, onward and upward. What happened today?
We rode our bikes as usual, and Steve and me actually saw a bear. It was cool, a black bear walking across the street. And
Where was that? That was way up at the high point of the Delaware Gap on the Jersey side. What town was that? It was before Walpack, but after, what was that center? It was right before we got to Walpack Center. The high point of,
anyways, it was amazing. A black bear just walking across the street. And now we're staying at a beautiful, nice campsite with not too many bugs around, which is good for me. And I forget the name of it. It's
American Family Campground. It's very quaint.
And we have a nice little lake by our...
Froggy.
With frogs fearing for their lives.
So Jacob, how far did we go today?
57 miles.
Wow, how's your hiney?
My hiney is living, but
It has a hole in it.
yeah, has a hole in
That's
it.
a good thing. Now what happened to me today?
Oh. Well,
A bee?
oh. Well, you got stung by a bee.
Right
By
here.
the eye.
It got trapped in her helmet and it was zzz, and it stung her.
Yeah, not a lot of fun.
And it's not big and poofy on her eye, but still, you know, hurt.
And so what have you done since we got here at this campground?
I went and swam. I was swimming for fun.
And you've been playing with frogs. So we got our tents aired out, mostly. They're still a little damp after that rainstorm a couple of nights ago. And hopefully we don't have any bears come join us tonight.
Oh, I doubt it.
I just don't like that at all. It is pretty here.
Frogs like the watermelon.
And Chelsea's been on a hayride, and now I think we're gonna go roast some marshmallows.
Yay!
So today we landed in,
We're in New York now.
yeah,
We're just
we're
a little bit
in
north of Port Jervis, New York. We're in Godfrey.
Godfrey, New York. Tomorrow we're gonna hopefully get
Hopefully
to,
Poughkeepsie.
and then the next day on to Connecticut.
Wow, making
And-
progress.
So,
These New Yorkers aren't so nice.
so today we made 457 miles total. Woohoo! Oh, nice, Jacob. Okay, we're gonna go now.
Wait! I got a nice dinner. Instant lunch or instant dinner. It's
Oh,
good.
very good.
Ramen noodles.
Very good. We'll have to get some. Okay, here we are in Poughkeepsie, New York, and we're about to push our bikes, Jacob's most favorite thing, across the bridge over the Hudson River.
And we're off at 4:12.
And we'll see just how long this takes. Oh, and look at Steve's laundromat hanging off his bike. Very attractive. We look like we're homeless. Here's Chelsea Monet
And I have an iPhone.
looking all cute. Jacob has our homeless bike with our mini laundromat. He's styling his AC/DC shirt today. Today is Saturday, July 26th. We've ridden about 62 miles today. And we thought we were only going to ride 58. We're not quite done yet, but we're getting there. We're going to stay somewhere across the bridge here And we tented it last night, and it wasn't bad. But we thought we would do the motel thing again tonight. So we've been tenting about 60% of the time. And I suspect that number is going to get less. Because our stuff is stinking and we need to wash it. It's really, really humid here. So you wake up in the mornings and everything is wet. And when you're traveling like this, it's really hard to keep it from mildewing, so that's a problem. So I guess we could just stink all day. We kind of do that anyway. Oh, this is gonna take a while. But isn't this pretty? It's very cool. And see, if we had driven across this, we wouldn't get to enjoy it so much. So altogether, we've done about 520 miles. We have about 220 more to go. So altogether, we're probably going to be looking at 750 miles for this trip. We're just about done with our day today. So we've got 4 more cycling days. And then we're going to meet up with my dad and stepmother and stepbrother and aunt on Wednesday in Manchester, New Hampshire. And tomorrow we'll be in Connecticut. Tomorrow I think we're going to stay in Salisbury, Connecticut. And this is the back of the FDR home. And Franklin planted how many trees, Jacob?
500,000 trees.
Out here, so you can't really see the river, which is about a quarter of a mile that way. So up there we saw the birth room where Franklin was delivered in the late 1800s, and he was born breech and weighed 10 pounds, and Sarah was in labor with him for 24 hours. Ouch.
Okay, we are here at Franklin Roosevelt's grave. He has the one with the flag, American flag, since he was the president. And we have his wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, and she's sitting right over there.
She's buried next to him.
Oh, she's right. It is Anna Eleanor.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
That's what the monument says.
I'm sorry. Chelsea was so right and I was so wrong. It is. You want to start over?
Yes. Okay, we are here at Franklin.
What do you think, Jacob?
What?
What do you think? What is today?
Our 10th day rating.
Today's what? Sunday?
Yeah, today's Sunday the 27th. We end on the 30th.
And this is our 10th cycling day. How you feel?
Tired. Well, I'm gonna be tired, but... And then our second to last day.
Swatting at a presidential butterfly.
It's not a presidential butterfly.
I think it's
Are you going on record saying that is a presidential butterfly?
Yes, I'll go on record saying that the butterfly that's pollinating the flowers in front of the president's grave is a presidential butterfly.
You want to go on record saying anything?
Yeah, that it's not a presidential butterfly.
And Jacob
That's
can
just a
swat
butterfly.
it and kill it if he likes.
Okay, we're going to have to resolve this later.
That's just a
and
butterfly.
we will decide who's right and who's
Any
wrong.
butterfly could come over here and start pollinating these flowers. They don't have to be a special butterfly.
And it becomes a presidential butterfly.
Well, no, it doesn't.
So where are we going today, Jacob?
I don't know. Some bed and breakfast.
What state are we going to wind up in today?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I won't get run over.
Yeah, where are you going?
Here we are in Stanfordville, New York. We just barely beat this to the store. We came in to get a sandwich. Heard the TV go beep, 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 weather warning. And then this happened. We're here in Jim's grocery store here. Hello, Jim. Taking refuge.
Okay, so we're here in Connecticut. We're almost done with our ride. Well, sort of. We have 3 more days to go. And just wanted to do a retrospective discussion with the kids. As you can see, Jacob is quite thrilled to be doing this. So, Jacob told me something interesting yesterday, and I just wanted to hear it again. So, Chelsea, let's start with you. Before this trip started, when you found out we bought plane tickets and it was really going to happen, what did you think?
I thought, oh my God, they're serious. And I didn't want to go. I thought maybe I'll just stay for my best friend Jessie, because I do that all the time. But it was too long of a trip, and I needed to go because they needed me, and I was just I was overwhelmed.
So, Jacob, what did you think when you found out that we bought the plane tickets?
Well, I wanted to break a leg. I wanted to break my leg so that I could not ride.
Do you really think that would have stopped you from riding?
Yes. Because a broken leg, you can't ride.
You still have one good one.
Dang it. Then I break a leg and an arm.
Okay.
They're trying to do me. Yeah. He won't do it.
Oh, here we are in Connecticut, in Lakeville, trying to find our room. We're going. So, tell me about the first day that we landed in Virginia. Chelsea, you start.
Okay, when we landed in Virginia, it was pretty hectic because we didn't know where we were going, and we had another flight to catch, and it was just really weird being in a different airport that I wasn't used to.
Oh, you're talking about Minnesota. But when we finally got to Steve's Aunt and
No,
Uncle's.
start over.
Okay.
But we'll
Start
leave
over.
that out.
Okay, so Chelsea, tell me about when we got to Steve's Aunt and Uncle's.
It was really fun. It was really cool there. Well, it wasn't really cool, like cold. It was pretty warm there, pretty hot. But Steve's Aunt and Uncle's house was amazing. It was huge. It was like 3 stories. It had an attachment. It had a pool. It had a nice pond. A lot of acres of just grass. They had
toads.
2. Was it dogs? Yeah, they had 2 dogs. They had
Toad.
toads as well, and it was just really fun there.
So Jacob, what do you remember about it?
It was fun. It was fun.
Where did you sleep?
I slept in Chelsea and I slept in the Florida room.
And what did you do a lot of while you were there?
Oh, I swam. And we ate blue crab.
And did you eat shrimp?
Cocktails. I had shrimp cocktails. We had blue crab. I had some bratwurst. We had chicken. We had corn on the cob. There was potato salad. Yeah, and they had a great backyard.
Oh, you know what else was great about their house? Well, what was great about that visit was Steve's aunt and uncle are amazing. They're so nice, and they're just
Oh yeah.
they're so generous and everything. And they had tons of room for guests. And
Tons
one
of
minute, and I'll
food.
show you what they gave each of us.
Can you get me one? Bring it up. Bring it up. There should be 2.
Okay, don't look for a minute, people.
Okay, we'll look at Jacob.
All right, here we go. They gave each of us a $100 bill.
Oh my gosh.
So here's Jacob's,
Voila.
and then ta-da,
Yes, 100. Yes, it's my 100.
here's mine.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes, they're very generous and they're very kind. And I can't wait to see them next summer because they have an awesome swimming pool with a little alligator that I like to sit on and use the paddles to paddle away.
Okay, so on day 3 of our vacation, which was the first day that we started to ride the bikes, do you remember that day?
Well,
What do you remember about that day?
Okay, the first day we started riding, at the very beginning of the day we were standing out saying goodbye to Steve's aunt and uncle, and I thought, I'm so bored, why can't we go for a ride? But then once we got on the bikes and we had gone about 5 miles, I decided I wish I would have waited longer to get on the bikes because my butt was so sore. But other than that, it was pretty cool, although we made a lot of mistakes going downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill. We had to keep going back and forth, and other than that, it was pretty good, and we got to be driven into Maryland, and so it was pretty cool.
we don't tell people that though.
And where did we wind up? Where did we ride to that first day?
That first day, we rode to
DC.
Washington, D.C. Woo!
DC.
So did you have fun in DC?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Both of you.
I had fun, but my feet hurt afterwards.
Did you do a lot of walking that
Yes,
day?
5 miles of walking approximately.
So we had a down day in DC where we didn't ride the bikes at all,
We just killed our feet.
and we walked all around.
My foot after D.C. was like, it was hurting so bad.
Ooh.
But did you see some neat stuff in DC?
Oh, yeah, we saw the Washington Monument, we saw the Lincoln Memorial, and
The
we saw the
reflecting pool.
reflecting pool, yes.
World War II monument, Vietnam monument.
The Korean Monument.
No.
Yeah, we did. We walked right by it.
The Capitol. Did we?
We saw the White House, although we weren't allowed in it.
We weren't invited, were we?
But we
Yeah,
got to go on a
because
tour.
because for the White House, we didn't know this, but you had to have a 3 to 4 months notice from your congressman or something like that. So we weren't allowed in.
Okay.
And we got to go on a tour of the Capitol.
It was pretty fun. And in the tour of the Capitol, I got to stand in the middle of the city.
And we went in this little flower thing. This flower place.
Botanical gardens.
Botanical gardens.
Oh, it was so nice there because it was so hot outside that day. I swear, just walking, I was drenched in sweat. And
Yeah,
so
a little
it
mist
felt
on
so good in that little house because they had misters and fans for the plants. Oh, it felt so good in there.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. Go back.
So I want to ask you about the 5th day of our trip, which was actually our 2nd cycling day, and that was July 19th. And I think you both remember that day quite well. It was our longest cycling day so far. We cycled 72 miles. So Chelsea, tell me about that day.
Well, we had a nice riding day, although we were very tired after the riding day, and we really were looking forward to staying at a hotel or just getting ready to lay down or something, but there was no place around us, so we had to stop at a volunteer fire station, and we luckily got to take showers there, and luckily the fire alarms did not go off, and so we got to take nice warm showers. And then one of the firemen called his mom and dad and talked to them about picking us up, letting us sleep at their house. So we slept at, I believe it was Ben's mom and dad's house, Bob and Noli's house, and they had 2 dogs. They had one named Boober, he was pretty big, and then they had one named Courage. He was not very big, it's just he was really cute. And we got to sleep in their basement, on their basement floor. And they had a Wii we could play with.
So Jacob, do you want to add anything to that? How did you feel coming into that town, not knowing where you were going to sleep and realizing that there were no facilities there? No hotel, no motel, no campgrounds, no nothing. Did you feel like we could go on to the next town?
No.
Were your legs pretty worn out after 72 miles?
Yes, my legs, my butt, everything hurt.
So what were you thinking? Were you feeling pretty desperate?
I wasn't really thinking much at that point. I was just pedaling. I didn't really thinking much at that point. I was just riding, hoping that we would find something.
So do you think you would ever do what Bob and Noli did if you saw some poor cycling family that was basically stranded?
If they seem nice.
You think we seem nice?
Yep.
I would let people in my house only if they looked,
Presentable.
like Jacob said, nice, because I wouldn't want to let like a robber into my house or something.
Like a
Yeah.
And
dude with like
also,
a billion tats.
when
and
we came into Reisterstown, there was no place to stay. I was kind of upset there was no place to stay because I did not want to ride anymore. But I knew that we'd find somewhere, like we always do.
So on our 6th day of our vacation, which was actually our 3rd day of cycling, we cycled 52 miles to a place called Otter Creek where we camped that night. And Jacob, why don't you start? Tell us about that day and that camp night.
It was a long day. It's very hilly, just like the rest of our days. And to get into it, we had to drop down into a big bowl-like thing. And then, so the campground sucked. It was, you had to pay for your shower and laundry. Of course, you had to pay for that, but it was kind of expensive for the laundry. And their campground, it was, you had to get the water where the water was. You had to walk out to these trees that looked like they could have ticks on them. And then to get to the water, it wasn't even labeled drinking water or anything. It didn't say anything, so we didn't know if it was drinking water or if it was, you know, just water to do other stuff with. But we drank it anyway. And
We're all still here.
Otter Creek, it rained on us that night, and Steve and I, well, all of us had to sleep in wet conditions. Except the girls had a little less rain in theirs. And Steve and I were basically sleeping on water. And so that night really sucked. And,
You want to tell us about your leg?
oh, my leg. And so, after that, a couple days later, I had this rash on my foot. And
Can't see it very well with the camera. There it is.
And I asked Mom about it, and she said that could be poison ivy. So there's another bad thing about it. And we saw the poison ivy right next to a tree. And when it was growing. So.
And we actually accidentally put our bikes in the poison ivy, so that wasn't a very good thing about Otter Creek. And also, Mom was scared that there were going to be bears.
Did we sleep very well that night?
No.
With the thunder and everything.
Bad night.
That was pretty rough.
Bad night. No.
Okay, we are here after 705 miles on our bike trip. Here's the bikes. We are here in Worcester, Massachusetts, and we're at Bicycle Alley.
Thank God.
Getting ready to leave our tandems, like give them back to you, Tom.
Go away.
And I'm so happy because I'm tired of these bikes. I can't stand them anymore.
Go away.
And yeah,
So what do you think? 705 miles.
I think my butt's gonna be really sore tomorrow, even though it already is now. But
Cool. So now what do we have to do?
Wait for Papa and Sherry for about five and a half hours.
And what else do we have to do?
Get these bikes out of here.
We gotta get them packed down into boxes, which is why we're here, because these people are gonna let us have some boxes. And we gotta take them to Greyhound.
I'm going to go in there.
So what are we doing?
we're whale watching.
Where are we?
I have no clue.
Out in the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean.
Have we seen any whales?
A lot.
We're right in the middle of some now, so we're just kind of hanging out. See if we can get another shot in a second here. The battery on my camera died. My still camera, so missed all the good shots. But try for some video. So Jacob, did you see a whale? What kind of whale was it?
Well, we saw a minke and a fin whale, and I think we saw a baleen.
I think they're both baleen whales. That just means that that's how their teeth work, right? I think both of those are baleen. But yeah, got pretty close to a fin whale. There's another boat over there, so we called them in. They're looking for whales. I don't think they've had as much luck as we have.
Get ready to come up. So hopefully you'll just stay right here next to us.
Second largest
Right in front
mammal
of those two
ever to walk
boulders,
the
you
earth.
can see a bump that's called the splash guard.
Oh, that was a big one.
And that was the arch of the back. You can
He's
see
going
a little
under
bit
now.
of the tailstock there, and again, there's quite a bit more of that whale behind that dorsal fin. Again, the enormous 15-foot tail trailing along.
So Jacob, I think today is Sunday, the 2nd, 3rd of August? 3rd of August. Tomorrow we hop on a plane and fly back to reality. Where are we now?
At Rockefeller's.
Where?
Salem.
Salem, Massachusetts. We've spent the day chasing after witches. Tonight we're getting a quick bite to eat before we go on a ghost hunt. We're doing the Salem ghost hunt.
I need Jacob's page. This one I messed up.
Jacob got a kid's menu here at Rockefeller's because they see the youthfulness in his
Big time.
in his face. You ready to go ghost hunting? You scared?
I'm ready.
Chelsea just whooped me at chess. We were at a bookstore where they had a chessboard set up.
Well, easy.
I think she's ready to go back and challenge Jacob now.
It's gonna go crazy now.
So was Salem all you thought it would be?
And more.
And more. It's a neat little town. We've just been in the touristy sections, but we took tours of,
I thought it was gonna be a little smaller.
yeah.
Kind of like at Sleepy Hollow, kind of looking like that kind of place.
Took tours of the Witch History Museum, the Witch Dungeons, and then the Pirate Museum. New England has quite a pirate history, apparently. Learned about some of their pirates.
Oh, and one of our presidents had a pirate father.
Great-grandfather, I think.
Great-grandfather.
Yeah. But you remember which one? Millard Fillmore. Had him. Actually, Fillmore was the first mate pirate. Chelsea's busy, not interviewing too much today. Okay, well, we'll see if we might have some footage later on of ghosts if anything shows up.
A postcard ain't no way to say I'm leaving, but I got a coward's heart, a pair of rambling shoes. If I told you to your face, I'd start believing I could stay a while and make it up to you. So it's fair to well, my Angelina, I don't believe I'm coming home. Got some things to do out on the road. I guess I think I'll miss you badly, but sometimes a man's gotta be alone. At least I think something I've been told. Angelina, I'm not coming home. You can tell your mama that she was right to hate me. Saw right through my life the first day that we met. I hope you know I tried to be your baby. these old legs gotta do some rambling yet. So it's fare thee well, my Angelina, I don't believe I'm coming home. Got something to do out on the road. I guess I think I'll miss you badly, but sometimes a man's gotta be alone. At least I think there's something I